Okay, so we look at another function now. So this is f of x equals square root of 3x. So both x and 3 are under the square root. So again, now our numbers that are given for x values 3 to 3 plus h. So our AROC will be f of 3 plus h minus f of 3 divided by 3 plus h minus 3, which will be h. Again, I think it's better to you get into the habit of writing your difference quotient in this way. So will be equal to now f of 3 plus h. So it will be, remember, wherever I have f the x in the function, I have to replace it by 3 plus h. So I get square root of 3, which is as it is 3 plus h for the x value minus f of 3. So which means square root of 3 times 3 equal to 1 over h. Just clean it, so distribute. So I get 9 plus 3h square root and minus 9, which is just 3. Now how to go from there? Now see, we can do not have an LCM here. So how do we simplify this? Because remember, our goal is to get rid of this h. At this moment I cannot cancel, there is no h in the top which I can cancel this h with. So in this case what we do is something very different, which is multiply by the conjugate. So what is the conjugate? This is something I will tell you here. Conjugates. So conjugates occur, they occur for numbers or for values of the type of the form square root of a plus or minus square root of b, or square root of a plus minus b, or I mean, like, means one of them is the square root and the other is not the square root, or maybe both of them are square root. So the conjugate occur for these, and they are, so for example, now conjugate of conjugate of a plus square root of a plus b will be square root of a minus b, and they are actually, the conjugate of this will be this. They are conjugate of each other. And in the same way, if you have a plus b, then the conjugate will be square root of a minus square root of b. And in the same way, so here we will multiply by the conjugate, which will be square root of 9 plus 3h minus, not minus, now it will be, because there is a minus sign in the expression. So we will now have plus sign here. But the thing is, when you multiply a quantity by something, you must divide it by the same thing. Okay, so we multiply top and bottom by the conjugate. So whenever you have a square root in the function, you will have to multiply by and divide by the conjugate. So now what we do is we multiply the tops, but we keep the denominator as it is, because there is nothing to multiply. Well, there is this h, but h we keep it separate. So the top, how do you multiply by the top? So this is what we have in the top. We'll have 9 plus 3h minus 3 multiplied by 9 plus 3h plus 3. Now if you recall formula, a plus b times a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So we can use that formula here in the top. So I get square root of 9 plus 3h whole squared minus 3 squared, and the bottom is 9 plus 3h plus 3. So the denominator will stay as it is, and now we simplify the numerator. So you can see the square root gets cancelled with the square, so we are left with 9 plus 3h, and then we have negative 9. So 9 and 9 got cancelled. So on the top we are left with 3h. At the bottom here, 9 plus 3h plus 3. And now our big job, star. Okay, looks like I have forgotten how to make the star. There you go. So this is your star step, that you are able to cancel the h. Okay, so once you cancel the h, then you got the answer. So that is the value of the average rate of change. But you notice there is a lot of work involved in these problems, and this is all algebra. So you should get a good grasp on this or good practice with this. Okay, so in the next video, so we are done with the 2.11b. Now we will talk about 21c in the next video, which we talk about domains.